Welcome back to DIY with KB. If you're new here, my name is Kiva and I teach people how to achieve the luxe look for less. Don't click away, this is not a DIY video, but we are going to the Dollar Tree. Today, I'm giving you Dollar Tree products that help your home look and feel luxurious. I'm telling you, this is a video you're not gonna miss because we're gonna keep your home looking right without breaking the bank. Before we get into today's video, please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and check me out on Instagram. Now let's head over to Dollar Tree. See that as we go through, but let's jump right on in. So I want to start first with these fragrance sachets. If you're not familiar with these, they are amazing. They have so many different uses. They actually say them on the back, so let's read them. Bathrooms, trash cans, cars, vacuum bags, closets, gift baskets. I also like to put these like under your bed or under your linens before a guest comes. Just kind of put them in the bedding and it makes the bed smell divine. It makes the bed smell divine. Of course you can make these on your own, but getting the lavender and all the materials to actually make it gets really expensive. So these are so good. In one pack, you get 2, and it just keeps your home smelling good. Obviously, having a really good smelling home, it's part of your home looking luxurious because it's all about making your home feel luxurious as well. So having a nice uniform scent, having it be really welcoming and smelling good and not like, you know, trash or something like that is really, really good. The next item we have is this sponge holder. You're like, Kiva, how does this look luxurious? That doesn't make any sense. This is a sponge holder. Okay, bear with me. So when you look in a luxurious kitchen, you look in an expensive kitchen, do you see the hand soap pumps, you know, the dish detergent just sitting out there, all of the sponges? No, they keep the countertop really nice and clean, and they tend to put things underneath. But sometimes you don't want to have to reach up and down to get your sponge. You're just doing dishes, that's impractical. So what I like to use is one of these sponge holders because you can put it in the sink on the side closest to you where you stand. So you can't actually see it unless you're standing above the sink and looking down. So it's a great little way to hide your sponge. Plus, you don't have your sponge with all of that bacteria just sitting on the counter. This is really easy to clean and disinfect because it does have the holes for everything to drip through. And then they're really affordable. So once it gets like dirty and gross and you feel like you can't clean it anymore, it's only $1 and it's super easy to replace. I use these and it's helped me keep my countertops so much more clear because I hated looking at all the mess. I go through all this effort to style it and then I just have my Dawn soap there. And like Dawn soap never looks good because they only make one kind that's clear and it's not antibacterial, so like I can't buy that, you know what I mean? So like blue soap just like isn't cute. So of course I have to tuck my soap away, but I don't have to tuck away my sponge, and I did find clear containers, but I digress. Those are from the Dollar Tree. Okay, I don't know, I just went wild in the kitchen area. So, okay, this is not an attack because this is me too. So a lot of people now are into like stacking cutting boards as part of their kitchen decor, which really looks nice. You have the rustic cutting board, you have the black cutting board, you have the white cutting board, you have all the different cutting boards. And it looks really nice, but like, do you actually use those cutting boards? Chances are no. But we can use the cutting boards. We want to have things that have both like a practical use and then they also just look aesthetically pleasing. We want to combine the two so that we have fewer things, because the more things we have, the more clutter we have, the more like it impacts our mental health, and we don't want that. So we're going to take those really decorative, nice cutting boards and we're going to put these plastic cutting boards on top of it. So you can use them, but you don't actually have to ever chop anything on top of your actual cutting boards if you don't want to. Obviously, if you're welcome to use them, please use them. I encourage you to use them, but these plastic mats work so well. You just set them on top and then you put them in the dishwasher. They are dishwasher safe, I believe. Well, I put them in my dishwasher and they work just fine. And I actually have a cutting board that these like slide into, so I can like cycle them out for all the, like the different, like the meat, the fruit, the vegetables, all that good stuff. But these are really great to layer on top of your really nice cutting board so that they also have a practical use. And these are really nice and small, so you don't have to worry about shoving like a big cutting board like in the cupboard or anything like that. These fit really easily in a drawer and you can tuck them away and just bring them out when you need them. Now, the very next item that I'm talking about is a rug pad. So I go on and on about rug pads and people are like, oh, you don't need that. You do need a rug pad because it stops your rug from slipping and therefore it stops you from slipping, and we always want to be safe. Plus, it just adds some extra thickness to a rug that just makes it look a little bit more robust, a little bit more expensive, right? Because thicker rugs just tend to be more expensive. That's kind of the way it goes. I don't price the rugs. I just tell you like what people say. And what I love about rug pads is that you don't have to get a rug pad for your entire rug. If there's a rug under your bed, you don't necessarily need a rug pad under the entire thing, right? Because your bed is holding it in place. So on the sides, you can just use a really cheap rug pad like this one. This one is from the Dollar Tree. It is 18 by 28 inches. You can get something like this. You can get a few and just cut them so that they're in the portions that you actually sit on. I mean, that you actually like step on, so that those parts don't slide, but you don't have to invest in a huge one for the entire rug. It's a really great way to cut costs, but also stay safe and keep your home looking super luxe. And there we go. I mean, for $1, I feel like that's pretty big. This is like perfect for like a kitchen rug. You could do 2 or 3 of these for like a runner in a hallway. I mean, for $1, you really can't beat it, and it's really just gonna elevate your space. And it adds just like a tiny bit of height that's gonna make a difference. And of course, you can always layer these up for the price. Again, why not? So can someone tell me why picture frames are like $100? I'm like, okay, so taking the picture was free. Printing the picture was like 20 cents. But then actually framing the picture is like $120. Like, I literally don't comprehend why, especially when the photo is like itty bitty little photo and it's just like you covered in ice cream. It's not even like an iconic photo, but you do want to put it on display. So Dollar Tree has amazing photo frames. They have amazing photo frames. This is one of my favorite ones here. Oh, this is the picture frame. It has this gold detailing with some black in it. It's really nice for like a modern minimal home. You have a really simple color scheme. I don't know, a frame like this looks really cute. It has an acrylic front, but like most stores have acrylic fronts at this time. You can still get glass, but like I really don't think it matters. This is a 5x7, and Dollar Tree also sells photo mats. So if you want to mat them, you can get them from there, but you can also make them really easily out of poster board. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it down below. I did in a video. They also have this one. This is black and silver, same thing. It looks really nice and luxe. I would just choose the one where it has like a color that you have throughout your home. So I have gold throughout my home, so I would go with like the gold frame. But if I had silver, I'd go with silver. They also have wooden frames. They have so many different frames, and they could really be made to look super luxe. It's all about adding the mat in there. That really takes it to the very next level. And their mats, I think, are like 2 for $1. Now, I know people talk about this all the time, but sometimes people don't believe you. So Dollar Tree obviously has books, and they have a ton of books that make for really great coffee table books. So here are a few that I picked up in like one trip to the Dollar Tree, and this was just one store. They had this book, which is called Good Neighbor, and then they had this book called Classic Style. Honestly, Classic Style looks kind of good. I'm trying to like up my fashion game, so maybe I'll even read this. It was $1. This book is white. It has some coloring on the top, but if I'm just using the side, the spine is completely white and black, which works perfectly with my color scheme. This one has a white cover on it, and when you take the cover off, and this book was originally $26. I got it for $1. The spine is black. So I got some good coffee table books. Well, I wouldn't necessarily use these as coffee table books because they're a little bit small, but these make for really good like decorative books on like your bookshelves, your office, your picture ledges. You need some books. You don't want them to be magazines because magazines just fall over. These are super good, super affordable, $1 a piece. When was the last time you got a book for $1? The answer is literally never, like literally never. Now, these are some basics, and these are things that we always need. So we're talking kitchen towels. So there's one for $1, and they're really nice and thick here. Let's break the little tag there. This is how long they are. We're gonna open it up. This is what I love about Dollar Tree videos. I can buy everything and like not feel bad about it. 1, because I'm gonna use all the things, and 2, because they're all super affordable. So this is the size of the dish towel. And if you're into like modern and just like clean line design, you don't really have dish towels with all of like that design. And I hate using paper towels. I'm telling you, my wife and I get in arguments every single day because she uses paper towels all of the time. And I hate that because I think it's wasteful. So I like to use dish towels for things that don't have to do with like your dirty hands, if you're just drying off dishes, whatever. I love dish towels. And since like we don't like dish towels that have like a ton of busyness to them, especially because those ones tend to have like white and other colors that get really dirty really easily, a black dish towel is exactly what you want to do. These are $1. Again, they wash really well, and they're only $1, so if you mess them up, you can buy them again. And just having nice rags out is really nice because it gives you a place to quickly dry your hands or something to dry your dishes with, and you don't have to have like 10 different kitchen rags. I know IKEA sells those rags for 79 cents a rag, but they are white and red, and like white and red just like isn't anyone's color, and you can see every stain from every piece of food you've ever eaten on it, or like anything you've ever gotten on your counter. And these just like keep it nice and seamless, and like they're basic. When it comes to basics, why not get them at the Dollar Tree? They're literally exactly the same. This at Home Goods or even the Container Store. I think they sell them. They're like $15. This is $1. I got this and I'm very excited to use it. So next, let's talk about these containers. So I came for people in one video about those who have like the candy jars on display with like one piece of moss in there instead of like it being full, whatever. But I do like candy jars when they're full with candy or they're used to store like your oatmeal and things that you access every single day. You want something jazzed up on your countertop. This is exactly what you use. This is $1 and look at it. It's like even taped together super well. Honestly, don't your standards change for stores? Like at Target, I'm like, oh, this has a scratch. Like this is ridiculous. At Walmart, I'm like, oh wow, it has a price tag. I'm so proud of them. And at the Dollar Tree, like if they tape something up, I'm like blown away. But anyway, there is this container here. It's clear. Hopefully you can see it. And you can fill it with candy. You can also fill this with sponges. That's what I like to do in a bathroom. Fill them with like actual sponges and it just gets some like really nice decor on there. You could make a terrarium out of this. You could put food in this. This is also really good for parties if you want something with decor. But I think this would look really great lined up on your countertop or in your cabinets. In your lower cabinets, not your lower ones, but the ones that are like at eye level, maybe put your cereals and stuff in these with little scoops so that you can scoop everything out and use it and access it really easily instead of putting it on a high shelf. Now, not only does the Dollar Tree have those storage containers, but they have these. These, I swear by these. I swear by these. I swear by these. These are amazing. So these are Sure Fresh containers and they have the lids. 20 minutes later, I did get the lid on. So here it is. As you can see, it's very airtight because it's very secure, but it's just like a standard container. The OXO containers are like $25 a container and they're like, this container will take you to the moon and this container is like has a genie in it. This container is $1 and it does all the same things minus the genie, and you just put your cereal in it, it pours out whatever it is you want to access. I mean, just those OXO containers are really expensive. They go on sale at Costco a lot, so pro tip. But if you don't care about the blue, you can go with these. They also have smaller ones that have a gray top. But these and these little candy jars would make your pantry or your cabinet area look so nice and like clean. Because that's also part of luxury design. Think about like Khloe Kardashian's house. Her like pantry is like the star of the show for me. Like forget the nice marble, forget the waterfalls, show me your pantry, right? Having a really nice crisp pantry looks super good. I don't have one of those. My pantry is a disaster, but you can get it in order with Dollar Tree and it just speaks volumes about you because it means you got your stuff together. So let's try and wrap up the kitchen items. I have a lot of them, but kitchen, like the kitchen is a really difficult place to make look nice in my opinion because it all has to be practical. So something that I think like really clutters up a kitchen and kind of like makes it look less nice is when you have like all of your pots and pans on the countertop. And I'm like, I do this sometimes. I just like don't put them away because like they scratch one or something like that. Well, Dollar Tree has these pot and pan protectors. It's a 3-pack for $1 and they just are a felt material and you put them in between your pots and pans and it stops them from scratching one another so you can actually stack them. Because my pans scratch one another all the time, but the pans are expensive, so I don't want that. So I just leave them sitting out. But this way they don't scratch one another and they get to be tucked away. So again, my countertop remains really nice and clear. There's no unnecessary clutter. Now, I said this in one of my more recent videos, but when it comes to cutlery and dishes and glasses, Dollar Tree, it can't be beat because it looks identical. My wife loves Lenox, so all of our dishes and like all of that stuff is Lenox. But I'm telling you, she could not tell this cup from the Dollar Tree from one of the Lenox ones, and I think it was hilarious because her cups are like $30 for like no reason. But let me show them to you. We have this glass here, $1. This glass here, a little bit more ornate, also $1. And then this glass here, also $1. Again, this actually looks like some of my grandma's china. She would be really offended by that information. But just $1, really nice and cute. And you can't go wrong. You can splurge on your plates or your cutlery, and then you can save on your glasses, especially since someone's gonna drop them when they get a little tipsy. You won't be too mad that you spent $50 on a cup because it will have only been $1. And I love that for you. I love that for you. Now, when it comes to dishes, I really like the Dollar Tree dishes. So this plate looks exactly like a plate I actually got from Crate & Barrel once. Now, the plate from Crate & Barrel was only like $9. This one is $8, so it's not like a huge price difference, but it's still $8. It's still $8. This is just like a really nice plate here. It's microwave and dishwasher safe. They had this plate. They also have like a smaller appetizer, a salad plate, and they also have bowls. So you can make a whole really nice, cute little set using these plates from the dollar store. No one has to know. At the end of the day, they're plates. If you're not a person who cares a lot about pattern or anything like that, just get one of these plates. With me, I'm into modern design, so everything's really nice and minimal. So white is ideal. A nice curve, really fun. This is all we need. This is all we need. If you want to get a little bit more wild, they do have black plates, which I'm going to show you in a second, and they have these gold chargers. So I will say these gold chargers don't look like the most high end, but I feel like you could jazz them up a little bit if you get like really nice cutlery, or if you put like a really nice napkin folded in a cool way on them. So this is the gold charger, and this is a black plate that goes with it. I don't know, I like the combination together. I think you could jazz it up. I don't think on its own it's gonna like really go far for you. I mean, it is just like a gold charger, but it's pretty hefty. If it drops on the floor, it's not gonna break, which I love, especially when you have kids. You can have like a really nice place setting and still have kids. This is how you do it, but I really think you could make something look good with this. Maybe I'll do it and put a clip here. We'll see what happens. I think everyone knows this, but I'm going to say it again. Obviously, the Dollar Tree has candles. Taper candles can get really expensive. I bought some the other day for like $12 because I needed them for like a picture. That's creating content for you. I needed them for a picture, but these ones are $1 for 2. They have them in white. They had them in an off-white or a yellow color, and then they also have red. Red is good for the holidays, but these are really good. They don't smell like anything, which I love. I don't like when they smell, and they burn really well. They don't burn like super black, which is important when you're looking for a taper candle if you're ever gonna actually light it. So Dollar Tree comes in clutch for things like this. I think Dollar Tree is one of those places, again, it's all about basics. Why spend more when you could get the same thing for the same quality for less? Now, this is just like a little decorative accent that I really enjoyed. So if you're into little tea lights, this is such a great little canister here. It's very heavy. It's truly made of like cement or something like that. It's white. There's no scratches on it. This would be really good like on like a patio table or something like that. You want to have your tea lights out on display. They had this one. They had a smaller one. They have different heights and stuff like that. It just adds a little touch of decor. I think Dollar Tree has really nice smaller decorative accents, so if you have a smaller place, I would definitely look there. When you have a larger home, sometimes it looks out of place because what are you going to do with the itty little bit of thing with like 20-foot ceilings? But if that's not the case, these things work super duper well. I also found this container here. It is called a trinket box. We know what a trinket box is, but I want to give you the actual name. And it has a little bit of detailing on the sides, and it has a gold top, and it's just like a little canister. But I actually would use something like this for jewelry, like earrings or necklaces or things that like don't get tangled up really easily. Okay, before I lose you, we have electrical tape. And no, we're not using it for basic electrical tape reasons. So I'm gonna put some examples here because I know you're not gonna believe me. But if you are a renter and you can't do too much to your walls and your windows, but you wanna make it look like you have like window frames, a lot of people actually use electrical tape to get like that faux frame look. I'm telling you, Liz Lovery has done it. People do it and it actually looks super duper high end. I'll put some photos in, but this is only $1 and you get 50 total feet. Oh no, 50 feet in each roll. So you have 100 feet of electrical tape for only $1 and it's gonna look fantastic. Okay guys, that's it for today's video. These are tons of Dollar Tree items that are only $1 each that are gonna help your home look and feel luxurious. I promise you can't go wrong with these products. Why spend more money when you can do it without breaking the bank? Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and check me out on Instagram. And until next time, have a beautiful day.